I wish I could qualify and call myself the Bhakta, because I don't know what are the qualities or the criterions to fulfill before I can call myself a Bhakta. But hopefully I'm on the path. That's what I would like to say. But firstly, my first, knowledge or impression of Bhagawan was because of my dad's elder sister. We in Tamil say Attai or Bua or whatever. Her entire family were devout Baba Bhakts. And it's like unbelievable, because my cousin brother was in Russia, and I remember him always flaunting his emerald ring to me, which Baba had manifested, and he had given him and said that you are never ever going to remove it. And it took care of him amongst all the cold, amongst a different, completely during the Cold War time in Russia where he was studying. And my cousin sister, everybody they were like devout. The amount of stories I had heard from them about, they used to live in Salem. They were also in Calcutta for a while, and they would constantly come to Puttaparthi. And there, every time I went, and I was very close to my cousin sister at that point of time. Even now, I'm very close to her. Their entire house was adorned with Baba photographs. So I exactly knew who Baba was, and they always used to tell me that he is the avatar of Shirdi Sai. And then I don't know how it transpired. I'm still trying to figure out how we managed to come here. I think we must have come to Bangalore and managed to come here. And where Appa is now in the PR office. And there used to be a bookshop. I feel it's still there. It used to be there, and then we went in there, and I just got hold of a book. And I opened that book, just randomly opened that book. And it said, no one can come here without my will. And I was like amazed, because I'd always been wanting to come, but it had never transpired that I would come here.
And obviously you must have been in a low frame of mind, having lost your mother.
No, I was okay. I was very mentally strong. I get very emotional now. When she passed away, I was actually, I don't know from where I got that reserve strength. And again, those things when I read Autobiography of a Yogi, I realized that every time you're away from your closest person, when they pass away, it's God's way of shielding you from that. It's a divine way of shielding you from that grief. So I lost my Nana, I lost my Nani, I was always away. I was playing for India, I was somewhere, I was away from mom. So those things I didn't understand till much later. So Appa opened a book and he said, Death of a Beloved One. And getting those two books, it just stuck me, because you had heard all these stories of the Leela. So this was one way of Bhagawan telling me that, oh, you were thinking you wanted to come here, but till the time I don't call you, you cannot come here. And then was the darshan. We had no idea how it was supposed to be. And you leave your chappals, you go stand, this thing. And then I was far flung. And then when he started walking, I was just transfixed. Completely transfixed. And every time he's walked, I always got this feeling that he was gliding. He was not walking. That is something which I've always used to look. I said, he's definitely God. He should be walking. Why is he gliding? And then it came very close. I get a feeling that he was looking at me. I don't know whether he was looking at me, just like you look at Bhagawan and you feel that he's looking at you from the photograph. But then every time, that is something which has been a constant thing. I feel like saying something. I feel like asking something. Nothing happens. Nothing at all happens. It's like a brain freeze. Nothing comes out apart from the fact that you're transfixed and you're looking at him in awe. Pakistan was one big instance. Pakistan, we were on an 8-hour.
This was in which year?
97.
Under the managership of Krishnamacharya Srikanth, they all went to Pakistan. In Pakistan, again, all the matches almost got washed out. They are all called 4-day test matches. 3 places completely got washed out. So, Krishnamacharya Srikanth wanted the last venue to be changed to the convenience where it will not rain, as per weather forecast. So, Kartik was about to be included in the team. Yes, he was in the team. But the previous day, he got terribly injured when he was bowling at the nets.
And just before the test match, I get hit on my jaw.
That too in the nets?
In the nets. I didn't see it. My groin was strained and I was trying to figure out if I could play the test match, because the team management, Krishnamacharya Srikanth, they all said that let's see if you're fit. It just went underneath my hand, hard hit from close range. My mandible was broken. This was completely powdered. and my face was huge, like a huge bad mango.
Kartik couldn't play. Kartik couldn't play. And I got terribly upset when I got the news on the second day. For us, the only repose is Bhagawan, nobody else. And that is a very important stage. If anything happens, his career will be totally ruined. He was doing his second BCom at that time, second BCom honors in Delhi. And I got terribly upset with Bhagawan. You can shout at people, you can get angry with people with whom you have got privileges. Otherwise, that anger has no meaning. In my cupboard in my bedroom, I used to have two photographs, one photograph of Swami and another one of my wife. And every day I used to put flowers in the morning, the hibiscus flower, no, which is that 5-petaled leaf. We call it Shembarati. It's a Chinese hibiscus. And it doesn't have, gives out honey. Naturally, there is no fruit, nothing is possible in that. Morning it blossoms, evening it fades out. So I used to keep it in the Swami's portrait and onto my wife's portrait on behalf of my sons. So, evening I used to pray to Swami and then go to bed. That evening when I got that news before going to bed, I looked at both of them and really I showed my anger on them. With only one feeling, if Swami would have his son, would he have allowed such a situation? That is the only thing I asked him. But I was angry, terribly angry. Next day morning, I went there to remove the flowers. I was surprised to see. Similarly, of course, I shouted at my wife also, no doubt, both. On both the eyes of both the photographs, there were honey drops, like tears. I called my second son, because Kartik was not with me. I called my second son, see the honey drops in Swami's. Mama, really it is there, surprising. No, I told him yesterday I got wild with Swami. He has responded like this. Believe it or not, that's another 2 months. This happened, I think, in February there. He almost played till April. Very, very, very important matches. Even in Pakistan, he played ODI.
And I didn't come back from the tour. I don't know from where that reserve strength came. In spite of not being able to speak, on being on liquid diet, I ended up playing the one days and then came back and then only realized when I came into the hands of better doctors in Chennai that this mandible was powdered, that I had to be operated, that I had to have a plate inside and I wouldn't be able to do anything for 46 more days. And then in between what happened was that one of the sutures broke when I was all alone at home. And there's nobody. I can't open my mouth. Blood is filling in.
Oh God.
I was just thankful that, I don't know, again, a silent prayer. I said, what am I going to do? Huge house, can't call. Even if I call, I can't say anything. Even, what do I do? There's not a WhatsApp age then that I call, message and say, please, I need you guys. There was nobody there. There was no mom. My nana, nani were somewhere else. Dad was at the office. Brother was somewhere, I don't know where. My mother's auntie who used to live Bangalore, she came out of nowhere again. And then she got hold of Dad at, again, landline to landline. By the time Appa came, which was another 1 hour, 15 minutes, my mouth was like literally the clot and everything, something oozing out. And I can't because it's wired up. It came out and then he rushed me and I don't know, I still when I think of it, it was all collecting, but it never came out like, yeah, it did spill out just possibly to let people know that it is happening. I don't know whether it's the prayer, I don't know what it is. It's all something which when you ask me, did you feel that around you? I've always felt it.
You see, that is in 2005, I came here for service and I was in N9 block working there from 7 to 1 and 7 to 1. That is
when you say service, you're meaning Sevadal.
Sevadal, yes. From Tamil Nadu Seva, I came here and I was here, you know, the October to November they do the service. I came on October 24th to November 4th, I was here. I did the service. But I always used to crave to sit in Kulanthal to see Swami's darshan. Those days he used to come, 3:30 used to come. So I used to do my washing the clothes and all, come and sit immediately there at 3 o'clock in ordinary civil dress, but at the end of Kulanthal. Swami will come at about 3:30, go in the wheelchair and sitting there I used to Swami, you are not allowing me to sit by your side. I am not able to have a close look of you. You are not also able to see me closely. Like that I used to cry in my heart. This continued for all the 10 days. Previous batch, he did not give darshan. So I also had to leave because my little son was alone there in Madras. I had to leave. But next, I came to know next day Swami gave darshan. So again I got angry with Swami. You made me go, get out quickly. You should have made me stay there. And you gave darshan to everybody. Everything only anger. That privilege you can have only with mother. With nobody else you can have that privilege. So Kartik came to Chennai for a cricket match. And before the cricket match, well before that, he phoned up and said, Appa, I have been, Swami, today Dravid came to me, the morning time, breakfast time, and he told that, Kartik, we all have been invited by Bhagawan for his 80th birthday. First you have to invite Kartik and then you have to invite Tendulkar. I was really thrilled that they were invited, but I told him, I am extremely delighted, Kartik, for having given birth to you. Swami has invited you, but all of you behave very carefully because such an important forum and you are all national asset. So you have been called, behave very carefully. Okay, Pa, I will take care, no problem.
South Africa was touring us, and then suddenly I get asked that, will you come and should we go? Sunny Bhai has said, and this, that and the other. And then I said, look, I would like to take my father as well.
22nd morning he phoned up when I was in the office. Appa, I am going to tell you one more good news. I said, what is that? You are also coming with us to Swami's birthday. I said, how is that you, how I am coming? No, Pa, many of the cricket players are not coming for this. Only 7 or 8 of us are going. There are 2 aircrafts have been chartered. So naturally you can come in on that. So I asked them, immediately they agreed. Why do you hesitate for this? So Kartik was very particular, Appa should come in his, that is, I should come in his aircraft only.
Appa joined me, we were in that thing, and I went off to sleep because it was an early morning flight. We had just finished a game and then we were supposed to head back, reach and also fly to Calcutta. So anyways, I fell off to sleep, and then Dad tells me the story that
Tendulkar, his friend, Yuvraj, Kartik, all of them went to sleep. Only Mrs. Mallika Srinivasan, myself and the co-pilot and pilot, we are awake. The co-pilot was telling, Madam, the visibility in Puttaparthi is very poor, we will not be able to land. Madam was shocked. What is this? Swami has invited us. How is it we cannot land? What is it you are telling? No, madam, since the time we left Chennai, we were trying. They were telling not to land at all, to go back. I was wondering, what Swami, what fun, what is that you are playing? You are inviting us. I don't know whether to cry or laugh. In my office, everybody is thinking Murali is going in a chartered flight. What to say? I was thinking of so many things. My mind was working on so many things. So I could find the aircraft taking a U-turn. Really, I did not know what to say. Believe it or not, within the next about, say, less than half a minute to 1 minute, I could see a huge well of Hillview Stadium and people sitting, as much as about 5 to 6 lakhs people sitting there, which I could not see few seconds before. Next minute, the aircraft plunged vertically down and all the players got up, even including me, my intestines came to the mouth. Because vertical down. What happened? What happened? He was asking. No, just the aircraft is plunging down, so don't be worried.
Oh, there's a small window of opportunity.
Opportunity. And next minute he was taxiing on the strip.
It was a strange rain. It was like when you go into a marriage, they do that when you walk in, there's like slight shower, a mizzle, which makes you feel fresh and good, but it doesn't drench you. So it was that kind of rain which continued for I don't know how many hours. The entire stadium was filled with so many thousands of people. There were ministers waiting down below. And there was that gentle rain which freshened up everybody but never drenched anybody.
Perfect.
So then Appa told me about the story of how the pilot had decided that, look, we have to go back now. I can't find an opening. And then suddenly, lo and behold, there's an opening and they managed to dive into that. And then, so the rest, and then we reached there. And then I'm the first person, I'm so close to Bhagawan and get the first laddu. It was strange. And all of us cricketers were like, Dadas standing up there, Bhagawan. And I was the first one to go to him, get that laddu. And I still have that photograph and I look at it, I'm like a young, fresh-faced Kartik next to Bhagawan. How lucky and how blessed I was.
Tendulkar came at the end as usual and he spoke for a few minutes. And I was also made to sit there. And that we were there from 7:45 to 10:20, 10:25 until the prasadam was distributed. I was looking at only Swami's face. I did not see who were all sitting. I never looked at the crowd because that's the closest opportunity. So look at that mother's face. I was really enjoying for 1.5 hours.
That what you had earned, the 10 days you couldn't see.
That's what I'm telling. This did not strike my brain till then. I'm telling you, after a few days, only Swami made me think about it. I just prayed to you, Swami, I should be closely sitting by your side and watching you. And you have made me come all the way and on the 80th birthday, which is supposed to be the best day for any man in life, you are the divine God. On your birthday, you made me sit by your side just at about 3 feet distance. And I could enjoy your Rupam and I had Darshanam.
On an occasion as grand as the 80th birthday, to come on stage next to him, get prasadam from him.
First laddu. It's as if the crowning glory.